City regained the lead over in League One as their bid for automatic promotion is back on track. What about the chasing pack? Who's in the mix? Who's out? We'll take a look at it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again in another prediction video today. It's all about match number 23, that's right, over in League One. And we'll get to it in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button, one-stop shop for Blackburn Rovers, League One, world football. We're going to all hear under one rooski. That's right, 3 points separate first from thirds in what is a bit of a spicy title race, that's right. But the Blues, that's right, I've got a game in hand, so it could be all about nothing, that's right. What about the race for the playoffs? Well, that is actually hot to bloody trot, all the way down to maybe 10th place Bolton could actually be in the playoffs at the end of 2024. We'll take a look at all of it in a second. If you're new where you've been, smash your subscribe, and a big shout out to the members and the Patreons. You know who you are. What we're going to do now, though, is revisit those Boxing Day clangers and bring you bang up to date with what went on. Alrighty then, folks, here we go, revisiting those Boxing Day results, and they're on the screen right about now, including Leyton Orient's 3-0 win over Crawley. Wow. Birmingham did beat Gary Bowyer's Burton 2-0 win in the end. I went with a 3-1 win. Barnsley, massive win over Bolton. I had them down for a loss, did I, Barnsley, but Bolton came out on top. Charlton with a 2-1 win. They're right back in the thick of things, of course, with Nathan Jones. You can't rule him out. Exeter City with a 3-1 win over Bristol Rovers, who now have a new coach. Huddersfield with that cheeky 1-0 win over Stockport. Big win for them, as they haven't ruled themselves out of the automatic race as well. Peterborough 3-0 loss to Mansfield. What's gone wrong with Peterborough this season? Reading with a 4-1 win over Northampton Town, a big win for Reading, statement win as well. I just went with a 1-0 win. Meanwhile, Rotherham did lose to Wigan. They've had an absolutely shithole season. Shrewsbury with a 1-0 loss. Actually 1-0 win over Lincoln, massive win for their safety plans. Wycombe with a 3-0 win over Stevenage, keeping them in the mixer, and Wrexham with a 2-1 win over Blackpool, of course, over in Wales. Now, this is, of course, the table as of right now. Birmingham are, of course, in charge, 48 points right now, 1 point clearance over Wycombe, but they do have that game in hand. They actually have got 2 games in hand over Wrexham, so realistically, they're in quite a bit of comfort at the top of the table. It's the games, the big ones, when they take on Wycombe and Wrexham in the next round, even Huddersfield. There are some big games coming up, and of course that could disrupt the flux at the top of the table, but at the minute they look like they're on easy street with 5 wins on their bounce. The race for the playoffs, though, is hot to bloody trot. Reading are in there, of course, with Noel Hunt at the helm, but don't rule out Barnsley, Mansfield, Lincoln, or even Bolton this coming weekend. Going down, though, it's Burton, Shrewsbury, Cambridge, and Crawley. Big win there for Shrewsbury, though, to close in on maybe a bit of movement down the bottom of the table. Northampton Town, Bristol Rovers, even Rotherham, man, even the posh, ain't even out of the relegation scraps at the moment. Of course, don't forget to get your predictions in. We'll bring you bang up to date with that when we enter 2025. Of course, just keep on doing your thing, and we'll see who's in top. It just makes it a little bit more spicy, and it does save a bit of my panic stations when we're trying to get these videos together. But anyway, we are looking at the final games of 2024, and these are those. And we have some absolutely whoppers at the top and the bottom of the table. We're going to start with one of those affecting the top. It is Charlton on the outside looking in, up against Wycombe, who are in those automatic spots at the moment. So let's get into this one. Coming at you at the Valley, that's right, Nathan Jones. Charlton Athletic, 50% form for them right now. They have actually unbeaten in the last 3 matches. They sit 11th with 30 points for the campaign up against Wycombe and Matt Bloomfield. Second in the table, 47 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Now, they played each other 13 times since 2006. 7 wins Charlton, 4 wins Wycombe, 2 draws between the two sides. Now, the last time they played over at the Valley, it was a 3-1 win for Charlton back in September 2023. And that was their one and only victory in the last 6 for Charlton. The hosts here, Charlton, of course, on the back of that 2-1 win over Cambridge. Just the 1 goal conceded in the last 3 matches for them. Wycombe, though, also pretty airtight at the back. Just 1 goal conceded in the last 3 themselves. Coming into this on the back of that Stevenage victory as well. 9-5 is your Charlton, 7-5 is your Wycombe, who are slightly favoured here. 12-5 is the draw. Not for me, though. I'm going down the middle on this one, sitting on the fence. I think both sides would take a point at the moment just to keep them moving in the right direction. Meanwhile, one team desperate for a win, that's Rotherham. I mean, it's Stockport County, who are still well in control of their own destiny right now. Played each other 7 times since 2001, just 4 wins for Rotherham, just 1 win for Stockport. There's been 2 draws between the two sides. Rotherham under Steve Evans might be on a bit of a borrowed time right now. They are 18th in the table, 23 points for the campaign, back-to-back defeats. Up against Stockport under David Challoner, they are 5th in the table, 36 points for the campaign. They come into this on woeful form, 33% form over the last 6. That's 2 wins in the last 6 matches. Now, they played last time at this very venue In the league, it was a 4-0 win for Rotherham back in January 2011. In League 2, the Millers on the back of that 1-0 home loss to Wigan. Stockport on the back of that 1-0 away loss to Huddersfield Town. The odds: Rotherham 9-5 for the victory. They are favoured here. 11-8 is your Stockport. 5-2 is the draw. I'm going away side here. I just think Rotherham, at the moment, they as a whole, it is a new team, of course, brought together in the summer, and it's just not working out for them at the moment. They are struggling. They should be up there in the top 6, but they just never got going this season, and I don't know if it's the players or the manager or both. As for Stockport, I think they're more together, more of a unit, and more of a team, of course, who've been together through thick and thin, and it'll probably be the penultimate game for Louis Barry at Stockport. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for the away side here. Meanwhile, it's the Steve Bruce derby. It's Birmingham up against Blackpool coming at you at St Andrews. Chris Davies is Birmingham, 6 wins on the spin at least. In fact, they haven't lost any of the last 9 home matches. They're top of the table, 48 points for the campaign. And up against Blackpool, 3 matches without a win, 15 for the table, 27 points for the campaign. They played each other 20 times since 2003, 7 wins apiece and 6 draws, of course. Last time they played at this very venue, it was a 1-0 win for Blackpool back in April 2023. Blackpool have just lost once against Birmingham in the last 4, and that was the most recent match earlier this calendar year in the FA Cup. Birmingham came on top with a 2-1 win at Bloomfield Road. Blackpool, though, on the back of that 2-1 loss to Wrexham. A bit of a lastminute.com loss there. Birmingham, though, at least 3 wins on the bounce. When I say, well, just let me finish. 3 clean sheets on the bounce is what I'm getting at, with wins over Bristol Rovers, Crawley and Burton. Those are the games that they should be winning. Blackpool's more of a challenging game, but it is at St Andrews. 25-12 on is your Birmingham. Overwhelming favourites. 5-1 is your Blackpool. 7-2 is the draw here. Steve Bruce is a factor in this game, and I think he might have something to say in this. I am, going against the grain here. Going to go with the 1-1 draw. Surprise, surprise. Blackpool taking a point off of Steve Bruce, but of course it won't dent Birmingham's hopes for promotion at the moment. Meanwhile, Bolton up against Lincoln. It is a big game. This one, of course, going under the radar. Both sides on the outside looking in, but a win could actually see either of them squeak into that top 6 spots. Now, they played each other 8 times since 2010. 6 wins Bolton, 1 win for Lincoln. There's been 1 draw between the two sides. Bolton, though, winless in the last 3. 10th of the table, 31 points under Ian Everett. This is probably last chance saloon for Ian Everett. Otherwise, he's going to be out on his ear. Lincoln, though, under Michael Scabula, 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Now, the last time they played at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Bolton, who did the double over Lincoln last season. They hadn't conceded a goal against them. In fact, Bolton have won 5 of the last 6 against Lincoln. The only slip up there was a draw at Central Bank back in December 2022. Bolton, though, on the back of that 2-1 loss to Barnsley. Lincoln losing to Shrewsbury, of course. The odds here, 11-10 is your Bolton. 12-5 is your Lincoln. 12-5 is also the draw here. This could be a draw. This could very well be a draw, but I'm also leaning towards a home victory. 2-0 winners Bolton need it. I probably need it most at this moment in time, as they are one of the heavyweights to compete, but they've just not been at it this season, I don't think. Meanwhile, Exeter up against Crawley, coming at you over in the southwest. Exeter under Gary Caldwell, 42% form for them right now. Back-to-back wins. They sit 12th, 30 points for the campaign. Up against Crawley, 21st in the table, 19 points for the campaign. 3 defeats on the spin. Played each other 23 times since 2004. 13 wins Exeter, 4 wins Crawley. There's been 6 draws between the two sides. The last time they played, though, at this very venue in the league, it was a 2-1 win for Exeter back in March 2022. The hosts on the back of that 3-1 win over Bristol Rovers. Crawley losing to Leyton Orient to make it back-to-back games without a goal. The odds right here, right now, Exeter are 10-7 on for the victory. 31-10 is the draw. 10-3 your away win here. We are going 1-0 win. Exeter to take it to the bank. 3 points and move the chains. Meanwhile, Huddersfield Town against Burton come out of the John Smith McAlpine Stadium. Of course, Duffer's boys, of course, formerly of Burnley, remember him, up against Gary Bowyer, formerly Blackburn Rovers. A bit of a East Lancashire derby effect to this game, but Huddersfield, who are chief commanders at the moment, 4th in the table, 42 points for the campaign, 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6. Up against Burton, the Gary Bowyer, 24th, rock bottom, 12 points for the campaign, winless in at least the last 5 matches. They played each other twice, though, since 2016, 1 win apiece. And both of those the last time that these two sides played at this very venue, it was in April 2017 in the Championship. Burton coming out on top with a 1-0 win over Huddersfield at Huddersfield. Huddersfield, though, on the back of a 1-0 win over Stockport. Back-to-back clean sheets. Burton, though, on the back of that 2-0 loss to Birmingham. The odds right here, right now. We're looking at Huddersfield 50-21 on. They are overwhelming favourites. 7-2 is the draw. 6-1 is your long shots. That's Burton, Albion. Going to go with a 3-0 win. Sorry, Gary. You'll get your groove together at some point, but right now it's not looking good. Meanwhile, the Leyton Orient up against Cambridge. That's right, coming at you at Brisbane Road. Richie Wellens and Leyton Orient are cooking with gas right now. 30th in the table, 28 points for the campaign, 92% form for them. They've won 5 of the last 6. Up against Cambridge is Gary Monk, 22nd in the table, 17 points for the campaign without a win though in the last 4 matches. Played each other 17 times, 6 wins Leyton Orient, 5 wins Cambridge, 6 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this very venue was a 2-0 win for the Orient back in August 2023. They did the double over Cambridge last season and back-to-back clean sheets as well. Leyton Orient on with a 3-0 win over Crawley. They've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 clean sheets on the spin. They look airtight at the back. Definitely a team to fear at the moment. Cambridge, though, on the back of that 2-1 loss to Charlton before this one on Boxing Day. The odds here, 20-13 on is your Orient, 4-1 is your Cambridge, 3-1 is the draw. I've got a soft spot for Cambridge, but they'll lose this one. 2-1 win, the Orient will take it. Meanwhile, Peterborough up and at them, desperate for a win. Up against Barnsley, of course. Still got playoff dreams on their hand. Peterborough looks like it's got a season to forget right now. 27th in the table, 24 points for the campaign. Darren Ferguson's lost 4 of the last 6. Up against Barnsley and Daryl Clark, also lost 4 of the last 6. Played each other 27 times since 1993. 10 wins Peterborough, 30 wins Barnsley. There's been 4 draws between the two sides. Both sides desperate for the win. Peterborough probably more so than Barnsley. Last time they played, though, at this venue, it was a 2-2 draw. I've already revealed mine. 2-2 draw, of course. Peterborough, though, on the back of that 3-0 loss at home to Mansfield. Barnsley picking up a cheeky win over Bolton, of course. The odds right here right now, 90-10 is your Peterborough. 13-5 is the draw. 5-4 is your long shots. That's Barnsley. Actually, they are favoured here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for the Posh, though, to take it to the house. That's right. Let's go to Reading now. The Majewski up against Mansfield. That's right. Noel Hunt's boys are 6th in the table, 34 points for the campaign, 42% form for them. Just 1 win in 5. Up against Mansfield under Nigel Clough, 8th in the table. 31 points for the campaign. They actually leapfrog Reading with a little bit of luck going their way. They're actually unbeaten in the last 3. And they never played each other according to my data, in recent times anyway. Reading, though, on the back of that 4-1 win, statement win over Northampton Town last round on Boxing Day. Mansfield with an impressive win over Peterborough to make it 3 clean sheets on the spin. The odds here for this one, 6-4 is your Reading, 17-10 is your Mansfield, 12-5 is the draw. This one's tight, very tight, could be a draw. Gonna go with a 1-1er right down the middle. And again, can't call Reading at the moment under Noel Hunt, but he's getting points at least, so maybe they'll still hang in that playoff race a little time longer. Shrewsbury up against Northampton Town, a relegation 6-pointer if I ever saw one. Gareth Ainsworth, Shrewsbury under Kevin Nolan's Northampton Town, newly appointed Kevin Nolan. Shrewsbury, 23rd in the table, 15 points for the campaign. Back-to-back games now without a loss. Up against Northampton Town, 5 defeats on the last 6, 4 defeats on a row. They are 20th with 21 points, of course. A win for Shrewsbury gets them right back in the thick of things for survival. Played each other 20 times since 2004. 8 wins Shrewsbury, 7 wins Northampton, 5 draws between the two sides. The last time they played over at this venue, Shrewsbury. It was a 1-0 win for the Shrews back in October 2023. Shrewsbury on the back of that 1-0 win over Lincoln. And Northampton with that 4-1 loss to Reading. Of course, it is new manager bounce for Northampton Town, but has Kevin Nolan got the pedigree to get the victory here? 5-2 is your Northampton, 21-20 is your Shrewsbury, 25 is the draw. I'm going with Shrewsbury here, 2-1 win. Gareth Ainsworth, 8, no slouching. That's right. Stevenage up against Bristol Rovers coming to at Stevenage. That's right. This is on the 29th of December. Alex Revel, Stevenage are 16th in the table, 26 points for the campaign, just 1 defeat in the last 5. Bristol Rovers under Ignio Calderon, also new manager bounce here. 4 matches though without a win. They are 19th with 22 points for the campaign. 7 times they have played since 2015. 3 wins for Stevenage, 2 wins Bristol Rovers, 2 draws between the two sides. The last time they played at this venue was a 3-2 win for Bristol Rovers back in February 2024. The home side hasn't won this game since my records begin back in 2015. No home victory on this one. Stevenage, though, did lose to Wycombe most recently, 3-0. They haven't scored a goal in the last 2. Bristol Rovers also losing Exeter as well, coming at you on this one. 4-3 on is your Stevenage, 7-2 is your Bristol Rovers, 11-4 is the draw. I think I'm going Bristol Rovers here. 1-0 win. I'm going with that form book here. The home side hasn't won this game since at least 2015, so gonna back the away side to continue that hoodoo. And then we have the battle of the W's. It's Wrexham, it's Wigan at Wales. Phil Parkerson's Wrexham, 83% form. They are 3rd in the table, 45 points for the campaign. Up against Wigan, Sean Maloney, 14th for the table, 27 points for the campaign, unbeaten in the last 3. Now, they played each other just once in the last 20 year or so. It was in the EFL Cup last season. It was a 4-2 win for Wrexham. I think penalties. shootout. So this will be a first encounter. Wrexham on the back of that 2-1 win over Blackpool. Wigan with a 1-0 win over Rotherham. The odds here for this one, 5-4 on is your Wrexham, 16-5 is your Wigan, 13-5 is the draw here, guys. Go to back Wrexham, surely at home. 3-1 win, 3 points in the bag. Keeping the heat on the top two, who, of course, I have them both dropping points. So it could be advantage Wrexham, according to me, as we head into 2025. That's my picks. Don't forget to get yours in as well, 100% free. I'll bring you back up to date very, very soon with that and more on the channel. Until then, subscribe, smash the like. Catch you later. We'll see you in 2025. Who will be in the playoff mix? Who will be in the relegation zone? We'll bring you back up to date when we return. But until then, we're done.